Making history many times over, Sandra Douglass Morgan became the first black woman to become a city attorney in Nevada, the chair of the Nevada Gaming Board, and now she serves as the president of an NFL organization.
Our Rachel Moore sits down with the Las Vegas native who continues breaking the glass ceiling, this time in the world of sports.
You don't necessarily realize sometimes when you're in the moment, but when you look at the photos and the videos after the fact, you realize that.
As Las Vegas and Allegiant Stadium power up for Super Bowl 58, there's an extra spotlight shining on its host committee vice chair, Raiders team president Sandra Douglass Morgan.
I knew that I was the first black woman to hold this position, but also at the same time, I knew the Raiders have such a rich history of not making those decisions for the sake of making them, but putting the right people in place, which included the first African-American head coach in Art Shell, and the first Latino head coach in Tom Flores, who's a Hall of Famer, and the first female CEO of an NFL team in Amy Trask. So this isn't something that's new for the Raiders.
While Douglass Morgan admits underestimating the gravity of this achievement, she never underestimated the opportunity to build upon the Raiders' legacy of diversity.
For the Raiders, it's important that our team, reflect our fan base and reflect our community that we're in.
A vision shared by Mark Davis, the Raiders owner courting Douglass Morgan to join the team for some time, her reputation preceding her. Born and raised in Las Vegas to a Korean mother who ran the Keno games at the Horseshoe and worked in gaming, and a black father, a U.S. Air Force veteran who retired and worked at the post office.
She often worked swing shift. My father worked day shift, so someone was always around us at home. It's funny, as a child, I remember thinking, a lot of my friends had parents that, they had some time alone, but they were there to make sure that we were always on the straight path.
While that path was always one of pursuing an education, it wasn't exactly straight.
I thought I was going to end up in communications, actually. Connie Chung was someone that was on our television station every single night when we watched the news together. Then I went to UNR, University of Nevada in Reno, for undergrad and took a constitutional law course. But that was a course that I always look forward to attending, and I just knew I wanted to dig a little bit deeper in con law.
Earning her law degree from UNLV, Douglass Morgan went on to become Nevada's first black city attorney, serving in North Las Vegas, and then the first black woman to chair the Nevada Gaming Control Board. Now, as the first black woman president of an NFL franchise, she's changing the game. She says the league and the other team presidents encouraging her to do things her way.
I've always believed in effective communication. People are going to be more willing to lead, one, if they understand what the game plan is, and two, if they know that they can trust their leader.
A trusted leader of not only the Raiders, but also her family. She met her husband Don in college, and they're raising 2 children, Dylan and Dana.
We're a very strong unit. And supportive of each other and lean on each other, and it's just great to be able to go home and have fun with them, whether it be taking my son to basketball games and taking my daughter to dance practice and kind of enjoying those moments together.
Surrounding oneself with positive people is one of many mantras she lives by and encourages others.
Be confident and to believe in yourself, and to not be too hard on yourself when there are some challenges that go your way.
From Raiders HQ in Henderson, I'm Rachel Moore.
And all month long, we are celebrating Black history and the people who have had an impact in our community. You can see those stories every day at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. right here on Channel 13.